Hello and welcome back to Rapid Regeneration. I'm David Escamilla, not a doctor, not a medical professional, not making any claims about medical claims or diseases. This is brought to you by rapidregeneration.com. This is brought to you by the Lemonade Fast, also known as the Master Cleanse. And basically, this one is a well-known cleanse among the natural wellness community. And I figured, you know what, I've gotten so much helpful information from, that's really helped me to solve my health problems and go from hell to paradise. And that I would try this one too. So that's my goal, that's my mission, is to share with you the information, the documentation that helped me. And so this one is the Master Cleanse, or I don't know why it's called that, but it's also called the Lemonade Cleanse. Basically, you just drink everybody's favorite cool, refreshing summer drink, lemonade. And basically, you just drink purified water and lemon juice, of course, freshly juiced lemon juice, and a sweetener. And basically this is kind of like a convenient alternative to completely fasting or water fasting, which I'm going to cover separately in another episode, because you can still satiate your hunger and still provide your body with nutrition, with electrical energy. Yes, now basically the basic recipe is clean filtered water, fresh lemon juice, and maple syrup, and optional, you can add a dash of cayenne pepper. So, okay, this is the wellness tonic, and I'm going to also explain why the lemon is used. But basically, I want to point out a couple of issues maybe that you noticed when I just described that recipe. So maple syrup is not a raw food. It's a cooked, refined product from maple tree sap. So, and listen, I'm not a total purist. I don't, I think maple syrup is delicious, but yeah, I mean, in retrospect, looking back with the benefit of hindsight, when I did this lemonade cleanse, I think I would have been better served to have used a raw ingredient, like maybe honey. Some people don't like honey, so maybe date sugar would have been a good one, or maybe coconut sugar. But I think date sugar, just kind of mix it in there. It's like a powder, and mix it in there. Now, when you, this sounds like when you would drink this, it's going to be kind of sour and everything. But when you mix in the right level of sweetness, it's actually a delicious, refreshing drink, and sweet, and a little bit of sour. So yeah, you want to take the punch out of the sourness. Maybe date sugar would be the way. The other thing is about the cayenne pepper. Okay, some people find that cayenne pepper is objectionable. And this is really a personal choice. It is a raw food, but it is true that peppers can be overstimulating and irritating to the mucosa, mucus forming, and also to the cardiovascular and to the nervous system. So this overstimulation can cause a crash later, and can cause the nerves to lose responsiveness, and can cause an individual to lose kind of that long-lasting natural dynamic energy. Now, I don't want to split hairs. Over the years, there's a lot of times I was consuming hot peppers. At one point, I couldn't get enough. I was even mixing cayenne pepper into my meals as an extra kick. I loved it. Nowadays, I just really don't eat them. I don't go out of my way to eat them. And I do feel more sustained dynamic energy without them. And so, I do another episode about this called Raw Foods to Consider Avoiding. So again, I'm not an absolute purist on this, but just understand it is a bit controversial ingredient. And so if I was going to do another lemonade fast, and maybe you can benefit from this, from my hindsight, is I would do it with date sugar, and I would do no cayenne pepper. But you know what? Your preference is 100% up to you. There's no strict rules on this. It's your journey. So why is the lemon used? So there's a number of reasons. The lemon is the most astringent fruit out there. That means that it pulls out and it sucks out acidic chemistry from your body. That's why your lips pucker when you taste it. Now your whole body basically is puckering. So, also it's very alkalizing. Even though the lemon is an acid fruit, when it's digested, it creates an alkaline ash. And this means that it leaves behind calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. And these elements are your friends when you're trying to alkalize the body. So this is a super powerful tool to change your body's chemistry into more alkaline, which is going to put it into a state of repair and regeneration. Also, depriving yourself of solid foods gives your gut a break and lets your intestines, and really all the energy of your body that was going towards digesting solid foods can redirect to cleaning, repair, and healing. Similar to doing a juice fast, or of course water fasting. So this is quite an experience. Now, when I was personally, my experience, I did this for 5 days, and I actually did a 6th day where I did it for half of the day, but we're not going to count that. So 5 days, I was in such an energetic state, and I felt this incredible energy going from the top of my head down to my toes. And I remember once I was at the grocery store aisle. I was at the checkout counter. And this lady said, "How are you doing?" And I was just like, fantastic. I really did feel I was just brimming with positivity and just energetic lightness. So yeah, I really did feel like my body was mocking itself up, that it was really helping to cleanse me and energize and alkalize my body. There was also another element to this cleanse that helped me. When I did it, I was in a bit of a struggle, and basically there's a couple different things going on. I was really kind of hooked on fats. Even though I was eating a lot of raw foods at the time, I was eating a lot of raw fats. And I kind of had this intuition that I really wanted to get into eating less fats and proteins and just eating more simple sugars. And this was a difficult transition, and I kind of felt like, okay, if I can do this cleanse, maybe it'll be kind of a good transition. And in fact, it did. It gave me kind of a lift off, and it gave me this momentum where when I switched back into solid foods, I had the gumption and I had the momentum to eat less, avocado, coconut, olive oil, nuts and seeds, and I made this transition, and that's a whole other topic that will be covered in another segment. But basically, it was powerful. It was powerful, and I give credit to the lemonade fast for helping me do that. The other thing is I was going through a bit of a personal crisis at the time. I was in between jobs, and I quit this job that I've been working, and I got this other job. Well, I had this 2 weeks in between before my training started. And, I did the cleanse during that 2 weeks, and I was in this just existential funk and kind of this limbo. And, I think every few years, sometimes as individuals, we go through these waves of our own spirit. And I was just on a level, I was wondering, God, what am I doing with my life? And I mean, who am I, really? And so this was heavy, I mean, honestly. And I was just like, oh my God. And, doing this cleanse, it actually really helped to center myself and sort of align my thoughts and my self-concepts. And this just put me at ease. It gave me my identity back. And so, yeah, I mean, as I've mentioned with other cleanses, the emotional and the mental aspects, the spiritual aspects shouldn't be underestimated in how they can transform you, not just the physical healing power of alkalizing power of some of these cleanses. So the raw, powerful effect that it can have on the body, I don't want to downplay that. This is truly one of the most powerful elixirs that you can drink to promote good health. And the lemon is super powerful. You can feel it working. So thank God for the lemon. In terms of the difficulty level, days 1 and 2 were hard, actually. Oh, you know what? The other thing I forgot to mention, I was also trying to, at the time, God, I had gotten back on caffeine. That was tough. For the 2 months prior, I was under so much pressure and with job stuff that was happening, and I let myself slip, and I went back into drinking caffeine after I'd been off it for like 2 years. And I'd been drinking it for 2 months, and I also went cold turkey off of caffeine right when this cleanse started, and I think it really helped me with that. And after the cleanse was over, I was off caffeine, no problem, although it did take about 3 weeks total before I stopped experiencing withdrawal symptoms from the caffeine. But yeah, that was the other thing it helped with. So days 1 and 2 were tough. They were actually tough, I'm not going to lie. Day 3 was easy, very easy. And day 4 was a reversal, and it was actually challenging. And then day 5 was easy again. And then day 6 was actually easy, but then I broke the fast that day. So, it wasn't super easy, but my advice is to make the lemonade ahead of time. Keep a big batch stored in your fridge. And then if you ever, feel like, oh gosh, I'm getting hungry and stuff, just drink a big glass of sweet, delicious lemonade. And it actually does make it easier. Uh-oh, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Ooh, bless me. So, yeah, I'm sure you're going to find the strength to do it. Again, like with many of these cleanses, I was nervous that I wasn't going to be able to do it. Something filled me with conviction and strength to do it. Some kind of guardian angel helped me get through it. And, in that sense, it builds confidence to complete this. It builds self-efficacy to finish something that you started. And so there's so many amazing benefits. The self-confidence, the mental clarity, an alkalized body. There's a reason why this is touted as an amazing cleanse. So try it for yourself sometime. Again, use whatever road works for you out of all these different cleanses. And so definitely give it a try. Let me know if you have any questions or anything like that. This is brought to you by rapidregeneration.com. And I'll see you on the next segment, the last segment of the cleanses. Bye for now.
For more information, please follow @Rapid Regeneration or visit rapidregeneration.com.